Hi everyone, this is a build tutorial in which I'll show you how to build this really cool build behind me. This build is inspired by East Asian architecture and it's perfect for your next survival base, so make sure to follow along and I'll show you exactly how to build it. This here is the material list of what you'll need, roughly. You can follow this strictly, but you can also take some freedom and change out some of the blocks if you want to. And then it's time to start. So we're going to start with the first layer, which is just a foundation. So what we're going to do is outline this entire outline with one layer of tuff, except for this bit that goes out. This layer will leave empty. Okay, so once we have like one layer of tuff, we will start with a little staircase at the front, for which you'll need the andesite. And on both sides, you'll place one block and then two up here. And then we'll fill it in with some tuff stairs. Just like that, 5 in between, and then 5 the layer above it. And then right behind it, we'll use tuff blocks. Then we'll also fill in this entire rectangle with tuff everywhere except right above the tuff blocks. So we'll go here, go behind this, and go all around filling this in with tuff everywhere except for right above the tuff blocks. Okay, so now that we have the entire rectangle filled with tuff, we'll grab the andesite stairs and go right above here. It's like above the outer line of tuff, and place upside down stairs all around like this. And just like that, our foundation for our house is done. Okay, so next up we can start building the house. And for this, we'll lay out the house with gray terracotta, dark oak stairs, and for the walls, we'll be using birch planks. So we'll be putting down some pillars, the first pillar being placed from this corner. So if you look at it from the back, this corner, 1, 2, 3, place. So there will be a 2 block of tuff and then the andesite for where you place it, and then the same on this corner, so 1 andesite, tuff, and then we place our block. So again, 2 block of tuff, 1 block of andesite, and we'll do the same in the last corner. And then we'll go back here to the front, right here where the start of the stairs are. We'll continue 2 blocks of tuff and we'll place 1 gray terracotta and the same on this side. And then we'll make all of these pillars go up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one is a bit different. These are not the corners, these are for the doorway. And we'll do this one 6. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just as high as that one. And this one will only do 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. Then we'll connect these up by connecting it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that will line up perfectly with this on the top, and then here there will be 2 right above it. Next, we will take our dark oak stairs and we will put them right side up all around in between these pillars. And then we won't do it here where the door opening is. So we'll leave that open as like the entrance to our house. Then the next step is to take the birch planks and we will fill it for 4 layers. So there will be 1 layer of gray terracotta right above it, just like that. And we will do this all around. So like everywhere above one of these dark oak stairs, we will add a layer of birch. Okay, and then when we get to the door again, we will also put 1 layer of birch right above this layer, this line of gray terracotta. Then we take our dark stairs again, the dark oak stairs, and just like we did here, we'll do it here, but flipped upside down, so it is symmetrical. So the bottom ones are upright, the top ones are upside down, and this too we will do all around. And there we go, we've got a line of dark oak all around. Now this is where, if you want to texture your build, you need to texture the walls. You can texture it with any block you want. However, if you want any details later on, I would advise using blocks that have stairs and slabs. A way I would texture this build personally is to use oak logs at the bottom. So you can use oak planks if needed for stairs and slabs, and then use sandstone right there, and then fill it in the top with smooth sandstone to create a smooth gradient. However, if you are not confident with texturing, you can also leave the birch everywhere and it will still look good. For the sake of the tutorial, I will keep working with just basic birch planks. So, as an extra detail, I like to use signs to create a thinner line of blocks all around the build. And where I like to do this is right here above the stairs and right here below the stairs. This way the build gets a bit more depth and it feels a bit more alive. So I'll be doing this all around with the signs. Next up, we will be doing windows. You can of course lay out the windows in any way you want yourself, but I'll just be showing what I like to do. I like to start here on this side with just a singular window 1 block away. So there's 1 block of birch next to the gray terracotta, and then there's 1 window that's 2 holes above each other. Then we skip 1 and then do a bigger window that's 3 wide. And I like to put a dark oak trapdoor right there, and on top of that, by using shift, place a fence gate and open it. And for the bigger window, I like using 2 fences in the middle and 2 dark oak trapdoors on the sides. And here, what I'll be doing is making a window using stairs. So I'll be removing these 2, and then you place stairs right there. I'm just using oak right now so you can see what how the stairs would be placed, and if that makes sense, you can replace them with birch just like that for a really small cute window. Then here on this side we'll be skipping 1, 2 and go for a full square. That's a 2 by 2, 2 away from the side, and we will fill it with dark oak trapdoors. Then I want to create like a little overhang, so I remove these signs and replace them with 2 mangrove slabs, and underneath I open up 2 fence gates. And then here, because I don't want every window to be see-through, I like using some chiseled bookshelves to give the idea that there is a window without there actually being a window. So that if we go to the inside, we can later on in the interior put something else in front of this without it blocking a window. And again, for this wall, we'll go 1, 2, 3 and do one of these 3 wide windows, just like we did over there. So it's 1, 2, 3 birch, and then 3 holes with on both sides trapdoors, and we will put some fences in the middle. Then we grab the chisel bookshelves and all the way here from the other side, 1, 2 birch, and have 2 chisel bookshelves, skip 1, and then again 2 chisel bookshelves. So then you'll have 3 birch, big window, 3 wide, 2 chiseled bookshelves, 1 birch, 2 chiseled bookshelves, and then again 2 birch. And this side, the last side, we will go all the way to this side, and then go count 2 birch, 1, 2, make a hole, 1, 2, and then make a hole again. So it's 2 hole, 1 hole. Then we'll grab a slab, and we replace this bottom with the slab to create a window that's 1.5 block high. Then we take these, the dark oak trapdoors, place them up here, and use some mangrove fence gates using shift, and then we open them. There we go. And that's it for the windows for the first layer. Okay, next up we'll do the roof, the first roof layer. For this we'll be using some dark oak trapdoors, some dark oak buttons, and a lot of deep slate brick slabs and a lot of deep slate tile slabs. First off, we'll start with going all around with a layer of trapdoors, the dark oak trapdoors, just like this, connected to these upside down dark oak stairs. There we go, that's one layer. Then we'll grab one of the deep slates. I prefer to start with the deep slate bricks and go one up here on top of the trapdoor, one at the front of it, and then one below it. So it's 3 layers, just like that. And then again, one up here. So in total, we've got 4 layers, and then we'll continue this all the way around. Let's say you get to a corner, we'll follow along, curving it all around the corner, just like this. So we'll be doing this all around, making sure that for every corner, it connects every layer. Okay, now so we've got these layers, we'll go to the corner to make it a bit more like those Japanese style roofs that like point up a little bit. So we'll place 1, 2 on the corner, and then 2 off to the side, on either side, and then 1 behind it. And 1 on top of here. Then we'll delete this, to make sure everything is 1 layer. So all of these are only 1 slab. Let me show you again on the next one. So we'll go 1, 2 slabs up, 1, 2 slabs to this side, 1, 2 slabs to this side, and place 1 here and here, and remove everything underneath. Just like that. Now we'll do this for every corner. Now that we've done all of these corners, the next step is to texture it. I'm gonna use the deep slate tiles for this. You don't have to texture it, but I like my build textured, so I'll be doing that and explaining how I do it. I will start over here in the corner, making these lines we just did 1 dark. Then I'll make this entire row up here a bit darker as well. Okay, so now the entire top layer is darker with the tiles, and all the lines at the corners, the diagonal lines at the corners, are darker. What I'll be doing next is going to see where the middle is. And since we're building with an even center, the middle will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these two will be the middle. So then next to the middle on either side, I'll be starting my lines, and then I'll do 2 away every step. So we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 lines. This is where I want my lines, and then I'll just continue them up. So now I've got this side textured, and we'll go over to the other side. And this one is a 1 block center. So I'll find the center, which is right here, and I'll put 1 tile there. And then we'll go 1 block to either side and make sure that that one also becomes the darker version to have an even pattern of stripes. And since this side is the same as the side there, we'll just copy what we did there. And then the last one. And this side again is the same as the side on that one. So we'll find the middle one, fill it in with the dark deep slate tiles, and skip one and fill them in on either side. So then the last side, and then the entire bit is textured. Then there's one last thing I would like to do, which is take the dark oak button and go under the roof, and on this outer line, on every lower slab where possible, place one of these buttons as like a little detail to give it a bit more shape and depth. And that's the first roof layer done. What we'll be doing next is making a railing and getting in the floor. So how I want to do the railing on this roof layer is get every of these corners and place a mangrove log on it, just like this. So go to the corner and place a mangrove log on it, just like that. And then we go for these shorter sides, go to the middle, place one. And here again, the middle, so both sides are even. And then for the longer sides, I want to split it into 3. So what I'll be doing is I'll put one, let's see, what is it? 5, put one here, then we have 6 in between, put one there, and then it's 5 again. So in between here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In between here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in between here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So we'll place one right here. And we'll place one lining with this one right there. Make sure they are right above the slabs and not up here where they connect. Next, we'll take the mangrove slabs and go all around, filling in between the logs. Okay, so now that we've got the entire layer of mangrove, we'll take the mangrove trapdoor and we'll go all around above both the logs and the slabs with the trapdoors. There we go. Next, I want to fill in this floor, and I like using some oak for that. So I'll just really basic, grab the oak planks and fill in this entire square. There we go. Now it's filled in. The next step is going to be very similar to what we did here for the first layer of the house. And we'll lay out the bit for the top layer of the house. So we'll take our gray terracotta again as the pillar and go here to the corner. Count one layer of the deep slate and one layer of oak. And then we place the pillar down. And we'll place these in every corner. So we'll go all the way here, place one, go here, place one, and go here, place 1. So there'll be 5 in between here, and there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in between on the long side. Then we'll fill it all in with dark oak stairs upright, just like this. So we've got this entire layer, and we'll go to the front and we'll make a hole that's a total of 4 blocks wide. So we'll go to the middle, that's right here, and we'll remove all of these. Then we'll grab our birch, and last time we went up by a total of 4, but this time we will go up by a total of 3. So 1, 2, 3. And we'll put this all above the dark oak stairs. As you see, there we have all the layers of birch. We grab then the pillars again, and we'll go here to the corners, and we'll place these go up all the way till they align one above the birch. And we'll do this on all sides. There we go. And then lastly, we'll take the dark oak again and go all around. Just like that, we went all around, and then we'll go back to the door and do one more layer of birch underneath these stairs to frame out the entrance. And that's it for the base of the top layer. Okay, next up we'll start doing some of the details, which will start with the dark oak signs. And just like how I did with the bottom layer, we'll do signs above the stairs and below the stairs. So here, above the stairs, and below the stairs. There we go. Now we've got the dark oak all around, and it's time to do the details. So for the details, we'll start at the door, and with the doorway, we'll take dark oak trapdoors and just frame the sides, just to make it look a little bit more cleaner. Then we'll do some windows. These will be the same on both sides. We'll get a stair and place this to the side here, right next to the gray terracotta. Take a slab here, and then take another stair on this side to create a thin window right up there. And we'll do the same on this side. So a stair next to the gray terracotta, a bottom slab next to that stair, and then a stair the other way around right there for another little window. Then we go here to the side. We'll make 1, 2, 3 holes with 1 birch on either side. Then we take a sandstone wall and place these down. Mangrove trapdoor. Place these up here. And we'll take the fence gates on either side as well. Just like that. Then on the back, we'll take 1, 2, and then we'll make a hole and remove these 2 signs as well. Make a 2x2 hole, 2 away from the gray terracotta. Take our birch trapdoors at the bottom, and then some mangrove slabs at the top. So we'll remove these 2 signs as well. Under these slabs, we'll put some open fence gates. Then we'll skip a whole bunch, count from the other side, 1, 2, and make holes, and take the chiseled bookshelves. So we've got 4 in between these 2 windows. It's really simple. Then we go to the last side, and it's symmetrical to what we had over on that one. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, wall, wall, a trapdoor, and then open fence gate, open fence gate. And that's it for all the windows. And next up, I think these designs at the entrances are rather boring. So I want to use some mangrove and oak to make them look a bit better. We'll start at the bottom, and I'll use some mangrove slab, a birch slab, then a mangrove slab, a mangrove slab, a mangrove slab. So that's 3 mangrove slabs, then another oak slab, and then another mangrove slab, just like that. And then we'll go 1, 2 as a placeholder. Stand under here to place an upside down stair, just like that. And we can remove the placeholder. Then we do an oak one upside down next to it. And then 3 upside down mangrove 1. do a oak, and then last, right at the end, another mangrove. Then we take the mangrove buttons, put these on the oak, and mangrove signs on all of the mangroves. This way we've got a little cute overhang right at the entrance, and we'll do something similar up at the top. Here we'll take again the mangrove slab, remove all of these signs. So we'll have one extra, then the door is wide. Have mangrove, oak, 2 more mangrove, 1 oak, and the last mangrove. And then we'll do trapdoors. 1 and then a double one. You can do this by holding shift to place on top the other trapdoor without activating it. Then by the oak, we'll do oak. Then again, with the mangrove, we'll do mangrove. And with the oak, we'll do oak. And mangrove, we'll do mangrove. And then on top of this, we'll do signs. So again, hold shift. And then on the mangrove, we'll use a mangrove sign. And on the oak, we'll use oak signs. 1, 2, 1. And the last one. That's wrong. There we go. Creating another little overhang, which I think is really cute. Next up is the second roof. This one is a bit more complicated than the other one we just did. However, I don't think it's going to be too hard. You can texture it using the deep slate and the deep slate tiles, but if you just want to use one of them, you're all good. We'll start again with 1 layer of these dark oak trapdoors all around. Then, once we've got this layer of dark oak trapdoors, what we'll be doing is grabbing again these slabs, and instead of 4 layers, only do 2 layers. So we'll go 1 off of the trapdoor, 1 off of the trapdoor, and then 1 extra, and we'll wrap this all around. And that's it. We won't be doing a layer here or there. So it's just these 2 for now. Then next up, what we'll be doing, and this is a bit different than what we did last round, is use stairs on this side, but slabs on this side. So we've got stairs here till the corners will be slabs. And then here we'll just use your regular slabs like we did last round. Then once we are at the end, again, we'll switch to stairs. Grab the slabs again once we reach the end. And fill in this line with slabs. And also the layer above here will be slabs as well. So from this back of the stair, we'll do slabs only on the front and back. So once you've done that, you can check if you did it correct by counting the slabs here. So on the front and back, so the long side should be 1, 2, 3, 4 slabs. And then on the other side, it should be slab, slab, stair. What we'll be doing next is taking the stair and put them only at the front and the back layer. So we have a placeholder to place this one. And then we'll have these here at the front layer. Now we won't turn the corner and instead go over to the other side. Like that. Go over to the other side and fill in that line as well. Now we've got 2 layers, 2 lines. We'll do this once again, going in by 1 on either side. So we will have 1 here and 1 on this side here, going in. And we'll continue these lines all the way to the end. And then to finish it off, we will close it with some slabs. And this time you can leave this slab here. Just place 1 on top and continue the top 1 all the way through the middle. And there we are at the end, and place another bottom slab. To make this triangle a bit more smooth, we'll be using the dark oak fence gates and opening them to really follow this line. And do that on the other side here, so it follows this smooth diagonal line. And we'll be doing the same on this side. So now, once again, to just do it like here, make these feel a bit more like the Japanese roof, we will go up by 2 here, remove the one underneath, remove these 2, replace them one up, here the same, and then we'll place one up here and remove this one underneath. This way we create this beautiful point off to the side. And we'll do the same thing all around in every corner. So again, 1, 2 up, remove the one underneath, remove these 2, replace them one higher, and then place one up in between them and remove the one underneath. And there we go. Once again, beautiful point. Just like that, 3 of these beautiful points. What we'll be doing next is texture this whole thing, for which we'll take the deep slate tiles. We'll start off just like how we did it here with these corners, making them darker. And this corner as well. And next, this is a bit weird, but what I like to do is continue to line up till we hit the stairs. So we switch to the stairs. And then these 2 will make darker as well. So the line goes just like that up into the top of the roof. So we'll do this on all of the corners, making this line, the diagonal line, a darker version. And this slab behind it, slab behind that. And then we'll transition into the stairs with a darker version. Finishing it off with 2 darker slabs. And then we'll do the same for the last corner. And there we go. So that now all these corners, just as you can see from top, these lines are connected and are darker. Now I like to connect them at the top as well. So we'll make this entire line darker as well. Like that. And then I want to continue the stripes, just like how we had stripes under here. I like using these stripes up here as well. This time I want to start on the side, and we start in the middle, just like how we had that below. You can use this as a guide. The middle one had a stripe, so here the middle one will have a stripe as well. Then we skip one and do another stripe, just like that. And the same on the other side to make it symmetrical. And then we go to the front. And here too, we will be using the bottom as a guide. So we see there's a stripe here, so we'll go straight up and have a stripe here. Here you gotta make sure you replace the stairs with stairs and the slabs with slabs. Go to the side or use the guide from below. And make another stripe here. Here again. And then the last one for this side is up here. Then you could potentially continue with the outer lines. However, I feel like if we make these darker, it will look messy. So I prefer to just keep it to the 4 middle ones. And then how we did it on these 2 sides, we'll copy that over to these 2 sides. And the last 2, and then I did the last stripe. And then if you look at it from the top, you can see how it's all stripy and textured. Next up, we'll do a little detail here at the top. For this, you'll be needing the gray terracotta again, some dark oak fence gates, some dark oak signs, dark oak trapdoor, and dark oak slabs. What we could be doing is as well use the daylight sensor. I like using this one, but that's not necessary, but I'll show you when I'll be using it, and then you can decide whether to use the daylight sensor or a slab. So I go to the roof, and we start in between these 2. So that's like right above the one normal bricks instead of the tiles. And remove the slab and put a gray terracotta there. Then we go 2 to the side. So 1, 2, and we put a gray terracotta. Then we skip a whole bunch, which is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4. Remove this one, place one, 1, 2, and then again, place one here. and you'll see that it is symmetrical. Then we'll be using signs all around on these tiles in between the gray terracotta. We'll do this only in between, so the outer ones don't have one. And make sure to do the same on the back. Next up, I like to do the dark oak slab on both outer ones. And then fill everything in between with trapdoors. Here is where I like to use the daylight detector, which is right here. But if you don't want to use the daylight detector, you can use an oak slab. The reason I like to use the daylight detector is because it's 2 pixels lower than the slab, so they don't blend into the same thing. But because we're going to put a dark oak fence here, it will power it, so during the day it will be open and during the night it will automatically close. If you don't care about that, I advise to use the daylight sensor. If you do care about that, just use a slab and open up this one yourself. Then we'll do the same on the other side. And there we go, that's the little roof detail. Last up, we'll be doing a little fence, we'll be doing some lanterns, and just some general decor. I'll be using the red nether brick wall. I will place one at the corner, count 1, 2, 3, and then place one the next one. 1, 2, 3, and place one, and then 1, 2, 3, place one. So we'll be one further than the actual staircase. In between this, there are a few things you can do. First is, what I like to do is use hanging signs. However, you can not place these on the walls, which will make it a bit complicated. So we'll be using a placeholder block. This can be any full block, and then we can place the hanging signs. And you can continue placing these hanging signs onto each other, and then replace the block with a wall, and they will stay. This is really cool, however it's also a bit complicated, so if you don't want to do that, you can use just sandstone walls in between, or decide to fully skip the walls and go with fences everywhere. So I'll be continuing with the hanging signs using a placeholder, putting 3 hanging signs, and replacing the placeholder with a wall again. So last time, placeholder, hanging signs, and then another wall. Then I want to place on top of these hanging signs some mangrove signs. You can do this by holding shift again so you don't click on the hanging sign to type. You can just place all of the mangrove signs. Then once you've done that, I like going to the front with the wall, place a pot and a red mushroom to curve it off with the curve of the mushroom. And I do this on top of every single one. And then lastly, I want to share one more cool design I like to use to decorate my builds, which is a bench. I'll make it just here so you can have a general idea of how to do it, with a upside down stair. Then we do another upside down stair on this side. Then we'll be having a placeholder here so we can place some of these spruce trapdoors here. We need some more placeholders since placing spruce on this side has to flip like that. Now I want to use some oak signs here. Then I grab another placeholder block here with a hanging spruce sign on this side and on this side too. And then I like to grab the spruce sign and place it on the back here. This way you can create a really cute, nice looking bench. Just like that, with some extra trapdoors to the sides, and voila! I'll be using this one at the back of this build, also to decorate it. So now that I've shown you some of the designs you can use to decorate your build with, I'll go and decorate my build with some extra designs. You can give it an interior, and I'll come back and show you what I've done. And there we go, I have decorated the build a bit. So what I've done is I started with a cute little path to blend it into the terrain. So I just used path blocks, rooted dirt, some moss, and then some ferns and grass to decorate it a bit with some jungle buttons as little stones. And here, this is a really cool design I used. I used the dead campfires, but I put some food items on top of it to store it with some more light. And again, you'll see the fence design I explained. And here's the bench design I explained. So we've got that all around. And here's a little storage cabinet. I used looms on top of barrels with some item frames and some signs within the item frame, some stairs made to be like little hearts to create a storage cabinet. I added some oak buttons on top of these railings around the second layer. And then I added some trees off to like the side to give it a bit more life. Then I also did an interior. If you want to have also an interior tutorial, I can do this in a future video. But you enter, I changed out the floor, you enter to this, then you go up on either side, little dining area with a kitchen off here. And if you go off to the other side, there's some crafting space, so there's storage, and there is some crafting areas. And here's even more storage for all your survival needs. And then if we go upstairs, you'll see that we've got another one of these shelves with the campfires, a cute little writing area. We go through the door, there's a armor stand, some shelves, some more storage. This is how you get onto the balcony. And then here's like a little cute bedroom with a bed, some books, and a bell. Then once we're outside again, you'll also notice that I did go in and texture the walls. So I went back in and textured the walls to be a stripped oak log, birch plank, some sandstone, and then some smooth sandstone to give it a bit more depth. And for the upper layer, I used birch planks, sandstone, and then again birch planks. So this was my tutorial for this cute survival build. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. If you want to see more of my content, make sure to like and subscribe or check out any of my other socials linked below. And then I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.